funny, what I'm talking about segues quite nicely from the panel discussion. Today, I'd like to share with you an eye-opening experience we had during the Accelerated Green programme, where we had the privilege of hearing from the Sustainable Energy Authority of Ireland. Their presentation included a captivating visual representation of greenhouse gas emissions to demonstrate the urgent need to reduce car usage in Ireland. This ignited a thought-provoking debate about the challenges of reducing car dependencies, particularly in rural areas. At Hub360, we believe that it's important to know that cars are only part of the puzzle. It is crucial to understand that when we talk about transport and greenhouse gas emissions, it goes beyond cars. We have to consider the significant impact of heavy goods vehicles. Heavy goods vehicles are those gigantic trucks that make us feel a bit uneasy when overtaking them on a two-lane motorway at 120 miles an hour in the pouring rain. HGVs play a vital role in our economy. Trucks transport 77% of all products within the EU today. There's 6.2 million trucks in the EU, and they account for 20% of GHG emissions in the EU. There is good news. The technology needed to shift from heavy goods vehicles away from fossil fuels already exists, and major truck manufacturers like Scania and Volvo have committed to introducing zero-emission trucks on the roads by 2040. But what can we do right now? At Hub360, we work with large and medium-sized enterprises who deliver goods direct to their customers. They may have their own fleet or use third-party hauliers. But in general, we find these organisations are primarily focused on providing their customers with the best-in-class of product. They are not experts in optimising deliveries, and more often than not, it's an afterthought. Because of this, we've identified a reoccurring issue. There's a lack of centralised management, visibility, accountability, and oversight in delivery planning. It may come as a surprise to you, and it certainly did to us. In most cases, outdated approaches like relying on pen and paper still dominate in the delivery process. And unfortunately, this approach leads to unnecessary emissions and its inefficiencies within businesses. A few examples of what we've seen firsthand. Underutilised truck space. When trucks are not loaded to their full capacity, there's a wasted space and unnecessary additional trips that could have been avoided. They take inefficient routes without proper planning, and trucks end up consuming more fuel in the process. Using paper-based systems lead to poor communication and poor coordination. This leads to unnecessary journeys and idle time at drop-offs. So think about a truck idling at a delivery point. In just 1 hour, it'll consume 3 litres of diesel. So, to address these challenges, we propose a simple yet powerful solution. Organisations must embrace change and leverage technology to optimise their use of these HGVs. Exactly the type of change the Minister was talking about this morning. Bottom line, businesses and organisations must embrace Scope 3 and not just pay lip service to it. A few very basic and simple examples of what can be done. Monitor truck volumes and weights. Organisations can maximise truck space, ensuring efficient use of every cubic metre and reducing the need for extra trips. By automating customer communications, businesses can inform customers ahead of time of their scheduled deliveries, reducing idle time at drop-off and creating more time for additional deliveries during a single trip. By using routing and scheduling optimisation tools, built-in algorithms and AI, organisations can establish the most efficient load and routes for their HGVs. So, I'll just share you one example from our own experience in Hub360. At Hub360, we work with a customer who operates approximately 150 HGVs daily, completing an average of 360 deliveries using our software platform. By implementing the measures we outlined earlier, optimising loads, routes, resources, and streamlining communications, this customer achieved an astounding 50% independently verified reduction in their delivery-related greenhouse gas emissions. Yeah, a staggering 50% reduction, as well as significantly reducing business cost, increasing capacity, and opening up opportunities for the business to scale and expand. 50%, no way is this a minor accomplishment. So when we take this a little further and we consider the scale at which these vehicles operate, with 6.2 million trucks in the EU alone, even a small reduction in emissions from each truck can have a substantial cumulative effect. By implementing these changes across the board, we can make a remarkable impact on carbon emissions today, not in 2030, not in 2040, not in 2050. We have the potential to bring about significant change with using platforms like Hub360, not only for individual businesses who can make significant savings, but also for our environment as a whole. Let's embrace these solutions, embrace Scope 3, and work together towards a greener and more sustainable future. Thank you for your time.